You are listening to GZR, Ground Zero Radio, the very best of Orange County's original music scene and beyond.
Sure.
My courtyard, we can both sit in the sun, sip on frosty glasses and chillin' as the hummingbirds hum. Work on tanning our skins, listening to Patty sing, make grass angels on the lawn as summer blooms from spring. Well, I wish we could do this every day. Say to hell with work, stay home and play. Living in vacation, a soundtrack, a radio station. It's how I'd live if everything went my way. Life on hold for a summer day. A summer day. A summer day. A summer day. Crashing, children scream and shout. Sand is getting everywhere and I don't care to get it out. Smell of suntan lotion, coconut paradise, picnic on a blanket, alcohol and ice. I wish we could do this every day. Say to hell with work, stay home and play. Living in vacation, our soundtrack, a radio station. That's how I'd live if everything went my way. Life on hold for a summer day. A summer day. A summer day. A summer day. I wish we could do this every day. Say to hell with work, stay home and play. Living in vacation, a soundtrack, a radio station. That's how I live if everything went my way. Life on hold for a summer day. Summer day. A summer day. Summer day.
Everybody, this is GZR Ground Zero Radio, the very best of Orange County's original music scene and beyond. Beyond.
All right. You got it out of me. Just didn't know how many we were doing.
I was waiting for Trista to chime in.
Just keep it going.
Go. Welcome to the studio. We have Christian from Fistful of Leaves.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's a beautiful rainy Monday.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we've got it's like we're in Seattle or something.
Yeah, I was just there.
Here.
I just got back.
You were just there. It's probably bright and sunny. And
It actually was. It was funny when I got it. It was raining in Portland, and when I left Portland 2 days later, it was still raining.
Really?
And there was snowing in Washington State. By the time I got to Seattle, it was just beautiful. Huh. I don't know what's going on out there.
I don't know.
Here's your weather report for the Northwest.
It'd be cool if it snowed here. That'd be really exciting.
Hey, we've had it though. Yeah.
Can you imagine? I can see everything right here in this Orange County area shutting down.
Oh, yeah.
Because last week when we had some rain, and I will admit it was some pretty solid rain, but everything that my daughter had going on was canceled because of it. I'm like, come on now.
We've got to cancel Sunday.
Yes, that's exactly.
No Sunday this week.
We got to shut it down. I know it's insane, but it must be good for music because you've got Great Britain and it rains there all the time. And you've got Seattle and
Good
Portland
point.
and
yeah.
I don't know what's going on down in the South because they've got a lot of good stuff there, but I think it rains. I think it rains down there.
Yes, it does.
So maybe we'll get some good songs out of Southern California from all of this.
Yeah, only sunny songs.
Yeah. Well, I'll be locked up in our houses, scared to go outside, and oh, those people can't drive. It's raining.
I know.
And like everybody's windshield wipers are just that like decayed rubber stuff.
Oh, that's mine.
Because they never get used, and when they do, it's all dry, so it just
Scrapes.
ruins your window.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it don't actually work when it's raining.
Who prepares in California?
You know what I saw?
We don't.
What I saw the other day, I went to Long Beach because they had one of the cyber trucks.
Oh, gosh.
And the windshield wiper is
9
as
feet
big
long.
as me.
Yeah.
It's huge. It was crazy. And it's kind of floppy at the end, so it's kind of hilarious.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that'll clear off some rain from that windshield.
Right.
Did you get to drive one or just?
No, they let us like sit in it and like touch all the buttons. You can make it go up and down, like it raises and lowers. It's just like it's straight Mad Max. It's
I heard
really
it flies.
interesting.
Does it really fly?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. We'll test it. We'll test it.
Right.
We'll test it. Well, there've been people on, the car rental places renting them for like $1,000 a day.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my
So
goodness.
you can try it out.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So I haven't rented one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not me.
Can you imagine the day you rent it, all the charging stations are got those notifications that do not charge your EV today?
Right.
Seen it.
That would be my
I've never
luck,
seen
yeah.
that. I've never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I was a previous owner.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's get into some of your musical history.
Yeah.
Dive into
Dive
it.
in.
It's just ploosh. I've been singing since I was a little kid. I started singing along to Bob Seger and Skinner. I grew up to Freedom Rock. I grew up with a bunch of bikers down on the beach in Ventura, and so it was Freedom Rock all the time. It was awesome, and so I grew up just singing along to Southern rock and blues and rock and roll. And then when I went to high school, I got into like old Jethro Tull, which was
Nice.
weird, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
And got really into that. And
Love them.
Then in college, I got into more like punk rock and some reggae music. I went to UCSB. I think it's a requirement
Yeah.
to listen to reggae
so.
at UCSB. And then after that, I'll go wherever I hear some soul. So wherever I feel like it's honest, vibrant music. I like right now I'm listening to a lot of this band, All Them Witches. They're from Nashville. They're like swampy, psychedelic, sometimes heavy, sometimes really mellow. Been listening to some bands from Sweden, like this band Greenleaf. It's kind of throwback retro, kind of classic rock, but they're really good. But then I get into like all this Canadian music that I've been hearing. This band Half Moon Run, they're insanely good. I saw them live, and the drummer was playing drums, singing harmonies, playing bass with his left hand on a keyboard, and then playing like atmospheric keys with his right hand. Didn't miss a beat. He had like a snare on one kick and then the kick on the other kick, and didn't miss a note.
Wow.
I couldn't believe
Why
it,
not,
to be honest
though,
with you.
right?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
So I've been playing in different bands, and I've gone through phases. I think it's really great, but it's also a problem. I haven't been that consistent with the phases that I go through. So right now is a really great time for me musically because I've been into this sort of coastal Americana phase. And I've been there before. It's not the first time I've dipped my toes into it. I was into this probably about 10 years ago with my good buddy Scott Gronsky. And we were in a project called Fistful of Leaves, which is what it's called still.
Okay.
But I had kids, and Fistful of Leaves just kind of, if you've ever had a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old screaming at the same time, you don't have a lot of music priority that you get to really focus on. So now that the girls are a bit older, and I can really focus on music, I've been kind of revisiting and writing new songs. So I've got about 30 songs that I really like that I have recorded, still tweaking them here and there. Up to this point, like all the music that I've released on Spotify, which thank you for playing Life on Hold when I got in here. I played everything. I mixed everything. I produced. I just did everything in my little home studio. And that was really fun, but very different from my previous band. My previous band was called Late Night Union, which, by the way, Gronsky was in that band too for about half of its life. And we got to go up to Seattle, and we recorded an album with this legendary producer named Adam Casper.
Okay.
Adam Casper produced Pearl Jam, Soundgarden.
Wow.
He mixed Nirvana's album, Nevermind, Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. I mean, he's a grunge god.
Sure.
And I sent a song when I was doing the Late Night Union band, which was like much heavier, more rock. And I sent the song in, and I was like, hey, would you produce us? We're just this little band from Orange County, but I love your albums. I love how you make them sound. I got an email back from somebody named, I think, Bobby, and he's like, Mr. Casper's a little bit busy. He's working on Grammys right now or something.
Yeah.
So if you send in, I think it was $750 in the stems, he'll mix it for you. And I was like, I don't have $750. So I just sent the stems. And I didn't send any money.
Good for you.
The next day, I got an email from Adam. And he's like, I love this song. I did 2 mixes of it.
Wow.
Don't worry about paying for it. Do you guys have other songs? Would you guys come up here and record? So we ended up going up and doing an album with them at Studio X, which was I got to record right where Chris Cornell was singing Fell on Bad Days in that corner in the same microphone as, it was just trippy. I got to go in the same bathroom that Dave Grohl used. I mean, that's just cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Dave Matthews.
That would be big for me, too.
Yeah, dropping spaghetti on the table that I was also cleaning noodles off of in
Right,
between
yes.
sessions. It was just really cool. So that was a full production situation, and then now I'm in my garage. So let's see if we can
welcome to the music business.
Let's see if we get back up there. We just played our first gig, so I've been working on these songs. COVID killed Late Night Union, basically. When COVID happened, all the guys, I love all the guys, Stevie and Sean and Reno and Gronsky, and we're all still buddies. But when COVID happened, I freaked out because I've got kids. I'm like, you guys can't just come over here. You're a bunch of animals,
Right, yeah.
Our practice space is like 5 by 5. If one of you gets it, we're all gonna, I've had COVID like 10 times now, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was pretty worried about it.
Sure.
And so we ended up moving to Cayucos.
We know that town well.
Oh man, it's like the best little town.
It is.
Actually, it's a terrible town. Nobody go there.
Yeah, right.
And,
you didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
In fact, I think it's not there anymore.
It's not even there.
No.
Yeah,
It's closed.
they
moved it.
They did. They stopped cayuking.
They did.
I went up there, and so that that kind of ended the band at the time, and but I started just writing songs while I was up there in the garage at the house that we rented up there. And then we got kicked out of that house, came back down here, and I was like, I just want to play. So I just started playing and recording. And I've got a roommate part-time, my buddy Jack. He's touring right now, but he really inspired me to start playing with just my fingers. I've always played with a pick, always. And so I've just played with my fingers, and it's opened a kind of a different realm of sounds. Still not a very good guitar player, but it is what it is, and it, like I said, it has opened some additional techniques and sounds and dynamics. And I was hanging out with my little brother on Christmas, and he's like, "Hey, my buddy Tyler Stone's going to play at the Hotel Cafe in a couple of."
We love Tyler Stone.
Oh, you know
do.
Tyler Stone?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. That guy's awesome. So he's like, and he was like, "Man, I wish I had somebody to open for me." And so my little brother said, "Well, my brother Christian could open for you." And this dude, Tyler Stone, was like, he could? And he's like, oh, yeah, no problem. He could play a bunch of songs. So I texted Tyler. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Christian. And he's like, hey, what's up? Can I hear your stuff? So I said, here's the link. And I sent him the Fistful of Leaves, just Spotify link. And he listened. He's like, dude, this is great. He's like, you'll do it? And I was like, yeah. He's like, will you play last actually at 11? I was like, oh, man, I'm usually asleep by 8:30. But yeah, sure, no problem. So I was like, crap, I want to play with like a band. So I asked my little brother, I'm like, hey, bro, I've always wanted to play with you. You're, like, amazing. Will you play bass? And he's like, oh, sure, teach me the song. So I sat with him on Christmas, and we just went through, like, 13 songs. And then I called my buddy Marshall, Marshall's just an insanely creative, amazing guitar player. And I'm like, Marshall, because he's always wanted me to play in, like heavy stuff. I'm like, Marshall, will you do this for my stuff this time? And I didn't think it was going to be so easy. He's like, yeah, bro, let's do it. So I asked Sean from Late Night Union if he'd play drums, my old drummer, and he's like, yeah, bro. And so we rehearsed, and Sean had not even listened to any of the songs, so he ended up sitting it out. He was like, I'm not ready to play a gig like next Friday with you guys. And I was like, totally no problem. Better luck next time. So we just went, the three of us guys, and we played the Hotel Cafe, and it was packed, and we played with Tyler Stone and had an amazing show. It was super, super fun, and it really got me fired up. I want to go play over at the Wayfair, and maybe in like 6-7 months play Campus Jacks.
Sure, do it.
I like playing in nice places with nice sound. I've played so many dive bars, and it's cool and all, but I just really don't feel like it.
If there's an option.
Yeah, if there's an option.
Right.
And there is.
There is. I mean, the Wayfair's got great sound. Eric over there is awesome. The bartenders are all cool. Pulls in a great crowd. Campus Jacks has insane sound, and they're super nice over there. So I'll just keep bothering them until they give us a gig. I think we'll pull in a good amount of people, and we'll probably ask Tyler if he'd like to play. And I'm sure you guys know Darnell Cole.
Yes, yeah.
I'll probably ask him if he'll play with me. He's one of my good buddies.
Yeah,
so.
he's incredible.
I love that guy. Yeah. He's amazing. A human being and musician.
Yep.
Totally agreed. Yeah, and sound system can totally just like crush your whole gig, man.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Just
I've heard that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that.
If you've got great sound, I played at the Resident in LA once. I don't know what was going on or who the sound guy was. I don't remember, but the sound in there was awesome. It was so good. I was like, whoa, we sound like better than our recording right now. It was really cool. So
Those are the places to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Hey, get out that Taylor and play us something.
Yeah.
all right, so this song here, let's see here. Make sure this all works. I don't know what I'm doing. Where is a microphone?
You're doing well.
What is this thing? All right, so this song, The Christmas Before Last, my lovely lady was like, why don't you write a country song? You can't write a country song. And I said, I'll write a country song right now. And I had
That's a challenge.
I had several drinks, and I was like, I'll do it right now. And so I wrote this. I don't remember writing it, by the way, but luckily she is really good at capturing video and photos. So she videoed it and showed me like a couple months ago.
This is what you did last night.
Yeah, she showed me a couple months ago. She's like, dude, I was on the elliptical exercising, going through my videos, and this song you guys did is really good. So it's called Don't Forget Me, even though I forgot it at the time. And it goes a little something like this. I've been driving around my whole life, the daytime and the night, by myself, ain't been nobody else. Don't forget me, no matter what you do, 'cause all my life I'll remember you. Don't forget me, don't leave me behind, 'cause you're always on my mind. The sun goes down after the day leaves me cold, so please forget me. Don't forget me and don't leave me behind. 'Cause you're always, always on my mind.
Fistful of Leaves with Don't Forget Me. Right on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got lost in that tune.
Awesome. Well, it's like a cowboy song.
It is.
I was sitting at a fire, and that's what popped out.
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. So your girl caught that on video for you first. So
Otherwise, it would have been gone.
It would have been gone.
Yeah. I mean, that happens so often with melodies and songs because, you know, I'll come up with a song, start singing something, get whatever in my head, but I don't have access to anything to record it on. You would think that I have my phone on me, but I lose my phone as much as possible. I don't really like having
a good
phones.
habit.
Yeah, I don't really like them, so I'm constantly misplacing it on purpose and going, oh, lost it, bummer. And but it does cause the loss of some songs. Luckily, my sweet love, she knows what to do and takes video sometimes, so it works out really well.
I noticed that there's a lovely young lady singing along with you in one of your songs.
Oh, I love that girl. That's my 11-year-old daughter, Sadie Cleo, and that girl's got some pipes.
Yes, she does.
It's incredible. It's the coolest thing. We when we were living up in Cayucos, her and my other sweet little girl, Raya, they have an open mic on, I think, Wednesday nights up there at this place called Schooners. And the girls got up. I got up and played a couple, songs. And the girls got up and they sang Greasy, Grimy Gopher Guts.
Ah, yes.
And
Good standard.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
Yeah.
Great tune. I think Slayer's got a version.
They probably do.
Actually, of that song. It's more like that. But it's
Tool.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Can you imagine the drumming? And so this cool-looking old wizard-looking dude, this dude Nick, he's super cool. He walks over to Sadie and he says, "You listen to me. I could hear it. I know you can sing.
Oh,
when you come back here, I want you to sing a real song." And she was like, "Whoa, okay." So the next day she said, "Dad, I want to sing Shallow by Lady Gaga with you." And I was like, "Oh, you're going to pick that song?"
Right.
I'm like, "All right."
Wow.
So
Okay.
I start playing it and I start singing it to her because I figured it out, And then she busted out. And I was just crying, sitting there playing guitar because she's staring into my eyes. I'm looking in her eyes and she's got all this soul and emotion. And it was the coolest thing. I mean, there are many cool things in life and it's a beautiful thing. And I give thanks for life every single day and every moment. But that was one of those super special moments that really touched me. And then camping, there's a song that's called Born Into a Crazy World that's on Spotify. And I was just playing at the campfire, and she just started singing it with me. I didn't know that she knew all the words, and she crushed that song. So I was like, "Hey, will you record it?" And so she popped in the studio, and she recorded that one with me.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know I'm trying to get her to sing on like everything, but she's like, "Dad, I'm kind of talking to my friends right now, and there are these new makeup brands from Sephora that I'm interested in. If you'd like to maybe talk about that." And I'm like, I don't know what you mean anymore.
That's not Daddy's wheelhouse.
Scared to death of that store. I've been in there before. There's so many little gadgets and items in there. It's wild. Girls have a lot of things, makeup things. It's something. And she's 11. What happens when she's 16? Well, hopefully she'll sing
You
more.
just better
Yeah.
fasten your seatbelt
Yeah.
right
No
now.
more makeup.
She's a good kid.
Especially with a voice like that and her blonde hair.
Cute as can be, yeah.
Yeah. Are both your girls blonde?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife is Lebanese Italian, olive skin, brown eyes, almost black hair. It's very dark brown. And my kids do tan. Unlike me, I pink. But so they're lucky. And they got blonde hair and blue eyes. And
Jeans.
You're
Yeah.
in trouble.
great.
Yes, you are. I think that's really awesome, though, to discover that she has been paying attention to your songs.
I know, super
Yeah,
cool.
that's awesome.
And she actually wrote a pretty good song, which I want her to like. I recorded a version for her. I helped her write this tune. She called it "Never Gonna Give Up" because she's feeling like mighty, And I want her to get into the studio and record more with me. So I really hope that she volunteers. I can't make her do anything, you know, and I don't want to make her do anything necessarily except clean her room. That would be cool, but
Okay.
and eat vegetables, you
Good
know,
luck.
just the normal things. But
It
in
might
terms
be
of passion,
easier to get her in the studio.
right? But for passion, I want her to be like, Dad, I want to do it, because then I know she's in, and then I
Right.
can really lock her down. And
Yeah, it's got to be her own passion to drive her.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
exactly.
All right, give us another tune.
All right. I wrote this one a long time ago, but it's just a cool tune, and I wanted to play it. So. I started chasing you about the time that I was 5, when chasing you. I wonder now why I had even bothered trying to love you. And now it seems my dreams and everything I had wanted was shattered, shattered. And all the things I did for you and me, well, they never really matter, never matter. So I'm falling over my feet, yeah. Oh, trying to catch you before you get too far. Oh, 'cause my darling, ain't nothing I'd rather do, no. Oh, than to try and fall in love with you. So now I'm wondering just how sweet your romance is, how sweet romance is. It's time to stop wondering and I take my chances, take my chances. 'Cause when I hold you, touch you, I don't feel you near me, I don't feel you near me. When I look into your eyes, I almost think that you fear me, that you fear me. And so I'm falling over my feet, yeah. Oh, trying to catch you before you get too far. Oh, my darling, ain't nothing I'd rather do, no. Oh, than to try and fall in love with you. Started chasing you about the time that I was 5, well, chasing you. I wonder now why I had even bothered trying to love you. But now I see my dreams and everything I wanted was shattered, shattered. And all the things I did for you and me, well, they never really mattered, never mattered. And I'm falling over my feet, yeah. Oh, trying to catch you before you get too far. Oh, come my darling, ain't nothing I'd rather do, no. Oh, than to try and fall in love with you.
Right on,
Nice.
right on.
Hey, that was
Christian,
Yeah, thanks.
Very
Fistful of
cool.
Leaves.
Yeah, I wrote that song in high school with my buddy Chad Kelly, but I just love playing it. It's just a fun little like love song. I think I'd like listened to Marvin Gaye for the first time right before I wrote that, and I was still like feeling the effects of his
Right.
greatness, you know.
Yeah.
And it gave me like a little extra like pop in my vocals or something maybe.
Yep.
feeling the effects of his greatness.
Yeah.
I get that way when I listen to certain artists,
Yeah.
you know. I'm like, yeah, it just like the effect just sticks with me for another couple hours after listening to the right group or band.
Yeah.
I love how your vocal goes to a complete whisper and the tone is still there.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, gosh, you know, I could just scream the whole time, but I feel like it's probably good not to. And it's fun to just get that dynamic. And, you know, when you play that live, a lot of time people just end up on their knees or on their butts, like down low. 'Cause everybody just starts going down. I don't have to say anything. People just start squatting down on the low part. And then
Yeah.
when it gets exciting, they pop back up again. It's just fun, you know?
Power of the song.
That's
Yeah.
funny now that I think about it. Yeah, exactly.
does
I can see
happen.
that. You'd be like,
Yeah.
way down low.
I mean, I might also end up squatting. I'm not sure. I don't know how they hear me at all. 'Cause
Somebody's starting
I'm sure
it.
the microphone's still
Way
way
up
up there, but talk about a whisper.
right?
Yeah, then the vocals get real quiet.
So what kind of gigging plans do you have for this year?
Well, you know, I'd love to get that gig at the Wayfair soon, and I'm going to have to go in there and stalk Eric. Again, in about 6 months, Campus Jacks would be cool. I'll probably play up in Cayucas during the summer. I'd like to just focus on, you know, within maybe 3 hours. I don't see any reason to get in a van and go play in front of nobody, to be honest with you. And there's no reason for anybody to come out unless they've heard my music and actually, you know, like it. So I'll just probably focus on Orange County, San Diego, Santa Barbara-ish area, maybe somewhere in the Inland Empire, maybe Vegas, up to San Luis Obispo area. And I'll focus on that for gigging and you know, every 2-3 months in one of those spots. I've learned an interesting thing. I don't know if it's correct or not, but my buddy, who's my part-time roommate when he's in town, his name's Jack. He's in this really great band called Dead Poet Society. They're crushing it. They're on tour in Europe right now. I think they're playing Milan tomorrow. They just played Portugal and Spain, and they're really good. They're a great rock band. And when Late Night Union was a band, we used to play these little shows with them at like tiny little places in Orange County. We'd play up in Santa Barbara. We'd play in Ventura or Ojai or whatever. We'd play, you know, around the local area, and it would be nobody there, really. You know, I mean, there'd be people, but it'd be like 50 to 100, not a packed 300-person house, you know. And then they started getting on big like playlists, and they got picked up by a couple bands that were bigger than they are in opening. And suddenly, over time, I mean, it's been a few years, but now if they play here at, you know, the Constellation Room or the Wayfair or whatever, they'll pack it. They'll pack the Troubadour in LA. They just did the other day. I went and saw them there a couple months ago. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. They go to Europe, and when they're singing to the audience, it's not their friends and family and a couple of new fans.
Yeah.
It's all strangers singing back to them the words of their songs. And I would much rather try and establish some good recordings, which I'm working on it, and I hope to do it. You know, I've self-done all of these that I've released just so I can get the ball rolling and try and get some gigs and try and get some exposure and get some practice. But I'm building a band with my brother and Marshall, and I'm actually practicing drums to all these songs so that I can just play drums in case Sean can't do it because he's in like 30 bands. And maybe we'll find a drummer. I don't know. But I'm not going to depend on it. I'm just going to learn to play the drums and the songs, and that'll be that. And try and build a presence. I really appreciate you guys having me on here. This,
Heck yeah.
I'm sure, is huge. I really appreciate it a lot, just being able to have this exposure to our local community and just try and build it from there. And then, you know, when you get a crowd, if it's big, it's more exciting. If you can pack the Wayfair with 250, 300 people versus 100 or 150 people, the vibe in there is a completely different thing. And so I don't want to play there every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks. I'd rather pack it, completely sell it out, maybe every 3 or 4 months, and do that same thing at, you know, 150 to 200 person, 100 person to 200 person venues within that 3 or 4 hour driving range. And if I can get a good buzz there, then my gigging plans will change, and I'll try and expand even further and try and make it worth my while to go to Oregon or go to Seattle or go
Sure.
to Nashville or wherever, because I'm really lucky. I make money at home playing music. I sing for people all over the world, and
Really?
they hire me to sing their songs. It's the greatest job ever. I've done finance. I've driven Uber. I've worked as a dishwasher in restaurants. I mean, I've just done all kinds of crazy jobs that, I didn't really enjoy any of them, because the whole time I was there, I was thinking about music gear and songs. And with this age of technology, there's some downsides. Maybe people don't speak to each other as much and go outside as much. But there are some upsides, and one of the upsides is that you can connect with people all over the world, especially with music, and you can be heard everywhere with music. There's a service called Sound Better, and I learned about it at a Spotify for Artists convention. And they were like, yeah, you can hire any kind of musician or mixing engineer or producer or whatever you want, and hire them to do whatever you want. I was like,
Wow.
people should hire me to do whatever they want. So I put my profile up
Pick
there.
me, pick me.
Yeah, pick me. I can do it, guys. And so I popped a vocal reel up there and a profile, and I probably get a couple of jobs a week, and it pays me really pretty well, and I get to sing and sometimes play guitar or harmonica. I can play the blues harp, which is fun. I don't get to while I'm playing guitar or drums and singing, but it's really cool. It's a total blessing. So it's just another one of those things I'm so grateful for. I can barely believe it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling us about that.
I feel like any musician that's listening to this, you guys all do music, right? Like you're
Yep.
all into
I've
music.
dabbled in it.
Pop your stuff up there, whatever it is that you do with your reel of what you do.
Yeah.
And maybe start off with whatever prices you want, but hop on there, and it's a slow start, but it gets nice and busy. Sometimes I'm so busy I can't do anything else for a week or two. I'm just working on these gigs, and from the comfort of my own home. So that's the other thing, right? Like to drive out to spend the night and play in Scottsdale and get paid $500, which costs me easily $500 to drive out there, stay in a hotel, eat all that other stuff. Right. I could sit in my house and make $500 in 3 hours.
There you go. Sound Better.
Sound Better. Yeah, it's really, really cool service. And I mean, if you're a musician and you want to make some extra money, it's a really great way to do that, so you can keep focusing on your music.
Well, I think Christian at Fistful of Leaves just schooled us tonight,
Yeah, right.
right?
That happens a lot, actually.
We get schooled often. We just got schooled
Yeah.
by Miss Cosette as well on the
Yeah.
vocals there.
Yeah, she was great.
Whew, goodness
I
gracious.
came in at a good time while she was playing live.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'd love to hear some more. What do you got planned for us?
This song is on Spotify, and I wrote this song because I've got all these friends that, these single friends or whatever, and they're looking for love in all the wrong places or maybe in all the right places. But it's just crazy because, a lot of it's like swiping on their phones, and I watch them do it, and they're like looking at chicks and just swipe, 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 swipe. And, one way is good and one way is bad. It just trips me out. I mean, why didn't they have this when I was a kid? Thousands and thousands of girls? What? I mean,
And they look just like their pictures.
I know my goofy profile, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Probably I'd be making some stupid face, but whatever. That's just my face. So I wrote a song about that and looking at bars, because that's the other place. It's like you're looking at bars or on your phone. So this is called Look at Me Now. Stress levels causing me pain. I'm searching for a love again. Someone to share all my cares. I swipe fast, but nobody's there. Depression is creeping on me. I'm right here, but nobody sees. Ooh. Look at me now. Look at me now. I don't know you and you don't know me, but maybe we could meet. Look at me now. Gonna go out to the bar, find out who they really are. Drowning in alcohol, nobody here is real at all. Sobriety is fleeing from me. I'm right here, but nobody sees. Ooh, look at me now. Ooh, look at me now. I don't know you and you don't know me, but maybe we could meet. Look at me now, peeling away my layers, bent on my knees for prayers, but no one is there. You're strolling as fast as you can, searching for your man. Strangers only become lovers if they meet. Look at me now. Look at me now. I don't know you and you don't know me, but maybe we should meet. Just look at me, look at me, look at me now.
All right, that was Look at Me Now by Christian from Fistful of Leaves.
And so you know, fistful is spelled with one L. A lot of people spell fistful with two L's, which makes sense because full
Full.
is
right.
two L's, but fistful is one
one
L.
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 The English language, why did I choose that title?
Yeah.
Just to confuse people, I guess.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't know
right.
why I did it, but you know, I do stupid things all the time, so we'll just add that one.
When I was going through your songs prior to inviting you for an interview, really, I love many of your songs are just like, oh, I like that. Oh, that one.
Thank you.
Look at Me Now, hands down. I don't know. I think maybe it has something to do with how interesting the timing changes are, how the cadence changes on your guitar rhythms. Check out the full production of that song,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I hope that was not a call to action. I'd like to mention Look at Me Now is available on YouTube
Yes.
and Spotify and all the streaming sources.
Yes.
Then you have several clips of you playing acoustically just like you are now. And I fully appreciate that truly is your vocal. When any of us are scouting for talent, we have to be highly tuned into, yeah, this is a great production, but does this person really sound like that in the studio? And if they don't, we will not invite them to play live. We'll just spin their songs.
Right.
Because the production is great too. And I don't mean to take away from how someone sounds once they're in the studio. I'm not trying to say anything negative about that, but I'm just saying when we're scouting and when we hear
Right.
how you sing and perform live, then we know ask this guy to play live, and we love live.
Thanks.
We love live.
Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
love live.
Yep.
My mom raised me as a little kid, till my stepdad came into the picture when I was like 12 or so. And my mom and I, the thing that we used to love to do together was we would go see concerts. She would pop me in the VW Bug, and we'd go drive to the Santa Barbara Bowl, or we'd go down to the Forum, we'd go to the Coliseum. I mean, wherever there was a great show, she'd be like, let's go see the Rolling Stones. And I'd be like, oh, okay, let's go, Mom, or, you know, whatever.
Ticket was $1.50.
Right.
I wish. I don't. We used to sneak into shows. My mom's like super cute lady, you know. So we used to get in. I was just this little kid.
Tickets?
you
What
know.
tickets, Trent?
Yeah, right.
Oh my
Don't
goodness!
eat
I don't
tickets.
have a ticket. Well, just go in. You seem all right. You and your little kid. I can't keep you out of here. So we went to a lot of shows, and it really made me want to play music. Mm-hmm. Like that's what made me, you know, want to get up and play. I would just be enthralled by these bands up on stage, or we'd go to the fair and we'd watch the bands at the fair. I mean, wherever.
Yeah.
And we'd just be like, whoa, like superheroes, you know?
Yeah.
I like your
I
mom,
remember
man.
that.
I should. That sounds cool.
My mom is rad. She's still like that. She's just like that. I mean, there's no difference. So in a week and a half, we're going to fly to Copenhagen and Amsterdam. and see my buddy's band play out there. My
The
mom's
Dead Poet Society?
Dead Poet. And my mom's like, I want to go. So she bought a plane ticket. So she's
I
coming
love
to the
her.
shows. Yeah.
I need to meet her. We'd
Well,
get along.
if she's ever down here and I'm doing an interview at the same time, I'll bring her in because she's
That'd
got
be
stories.
fun.
Nice.
Yes.
She's got a lot of cool stories, and she's just a little gypsy music lover, and God bless her. I mean, she's amazing, but she's the reason for sure.
Yay, Mom.
Yeah,
Shout out to Mom.
Yep.
She's taken me to see a lot of shows, and we still go to shows all the time. We just went and saw this band Elder. They're like a psychedelic stoner rock band. They just got to open for Tool on this entire last tour.
Wow.
And they're like a little band. You know, they're not, now they're bigger, I suppose, after that opening spot, but they're really great. And I'm like, Mom, for Mother's Day, you want to go see Elder at the observatory? She's like, hell yeah. And so that's what we did for Mother's Day. She
That's
came down
awesome.
and we went and saw Elder. Tripped out.
That's great. That's great. I hope my son's listening. Because Mother's Day is coming.
Yeah, yes, it is. Beautiful eyes are staring at me. Beautiful eyes are all I can see. When I look up, all I can see are beautiful eyes. I've been dreaming of a woman that could never be real. But each morning I awaken, she's the one that I feel. Beautiful lips, beautiful smile, beckoning me to gaze for a while. When I look up, all I can see are beautiful eyes. Well, somebody help me, I must be crazy, 'cause that woman of mine, she done drive me insane. I just don't know what to do. She's always on my brain. Beautiful arms, beautiful legs. I'm down on my knees and I'm ready to beg. When I look up, all I can see are beautiful eyes. When I look up, all I can see are beautiful eyes.
That's stunning.
Yeah, that took me back to summers in the 70s.
Nice. That's where I want to be too.
Yeah. Sitting out in front of my parents' house, everyone would have guitars and just hang.
Sounds like paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian, you really have a way of just really setting the tone for each one of your songs and just taking us there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're all just little pieces of my experience. That's all they are, and I just write them because I don't know what else to do. You know, they're in there. They got to come out.
Yeah.
And when I'm lucky, I can record them. And, you know, it's my hope, obviously, that other people like them. But if they don't, there's not much I can do about it. This is what it is. And I just want to be as honest and And just as me and vulnerable and just as open as I can with these songs, whatever it is that I'm writing. And I want to hope that it can give people something to sit and listen to and relax to and to share memories and share good times with their friends. That's the greatest thing for me, is sitting with my friends listening to music, or sitting with my friends or my family or whatever, and playing music, and those songs bonding us together in some special way, or going to those shows and having those shows be a high point of my life that I look back and go, oh man, it was so cool when I got to go to that show with my wife and we watched this, or when I took the kids to go see Dispatch when they were little babies and they were just jumping up and down, or whatever the case may be. I hope that I can get all of that music magic.
I think you've nailed it.
That vulnerability that you're talking about, you naturally have that while you're singing, the way you've written your songs, and also while you're speaking to us. And I feel almost an invitation to each one of your songs. Like, as you're sharing your songs, I feel like there's also an invitation there somehow for me to just join what you're feeling, what you're vibing on. And I'm like, hey, yeah, man, I want to be right there in the pocket of this song too.
Thanks, that's great. I love hearing that. It's really cool. I think that's what a lot of it is about, you know. I think that, you know, you've got your body, which is its own thing maybe, right? Maybe your mind is intertwined with it. It probably is. You've got your mind that as you're thinking, but then you've got your soul. And I think that for me anyways, and everybody has their own interpretation of all of these things, but for me, I think the soul is this one giant thing that connects all of us. And I think that when somebody's got soul, they're just tapping into that one thing, right? And trying to share that one thing with everybody else, because everybody's got it. Some people just, maybe they're too busy to get into it. Maybe they're too jaded by bad experiences and they're living in the past. You know, maybe they allow themselves to be victimized by that past, or maybe they're worried about the future and they're not taking advantage of the present, which is the way that you tap in, is the right now. This is it. You know, this is the life. And if we can all share that right now, it's good.
Yeah.
So if I can invite you to be a part of my experience the way that you've invited me to be a part of this experience, and I think that we've all won.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
And so I'm going to break the ice, even though we've been sitting here for an hour. I'm going to break the ice with something right now, just to take us into another mindset. So right as you started playing that song with the beautiful eyes, I don't know if you noticed, I kind of cracked a smile. And the reason that I cracked a smile was because today, before the show, at home, I was listening to Beautiful Eyes and just listening, getting into it, just sailing around my little apartment, getting ready for the show, cooking fish. And
honey fish.
Well, I didn't mean to. I was cooking tilapia, salting it. Beautiful Eyes is playing. I twirl into the bathroom to finish getting ready. I come back out of the bathroom twirling some more to Beautiful Eyes. And I discovered that my daughter has decided to add an entire 2 jars of honey to my tilapia.
It's a new fact.
How was it?
Disgusting.
Sounds like a TikTok thing.
Absolutely
Wow.
disgusting.
That's wild.
So that was the reason for my little smile when you started playing
Beautiful fish. Smells like honey. Beautiful fish. But it's not too tasty. Not supposed to be sweet. Supposed to be salty. My beautiful fish. There, that's just a tribute to the story.
That was awesome. Christian from Fistful of Leaves, thank you so much for coming in and
Thank you.
sharing your songs, your journey with
My
us.
pleasure.
Fistful of Leaves, everybody.
Yeah, if you want to find out what we are up to, because we will be playing some shows, you can go to Fistful of Leaves Official on Instagram. That's the correct one to go to. And remember, it's Fistful with 1 L. Or you can check out Fistful of Leaves on any streaming service, Spotify or Apple or whatever. And you can check it out on this radio station if you were listening just now, which is
That's
pretty
right.
sweet.
Yes.
Right on, right on. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We are here every Monday night, same time, same place, 7 to 9 p.m., 2 hours of original music and interviews with local and some not so local, amazing original artists. And remember to follow us also on social media and YouTube, GZR, Ground Zero Radio. See you next time.
You were listening to GZR, Ground Zero Radio. Follow us on social media and every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Time on KOCI 101.5.